Hey guys, Lee Saunders here with Century 21 and my good friend Tim Johnson of Cape Fear Home Inspections. We're going to talk to Tim today a little bit about the home inspection process. So what's the coolest thing that you've ever done for a client in terms of protecting their best interests or informing them about a particular property?
Home is the largest investment anybody makes in a lifetime, and being able to give them a clear picture of any issues that may come up with the home or problems, I feel like really provides them a good benefit before purchasing a home.
Let me ask you this question. Agent finds the buyer a home, we go under contract, buyer wants to get an inspection, which we always recommend. The process is that you go to the house and you're looking for latent defects, things that the regular guy or girl can see. What are some of the systems that you look at that could really do harm if they're not in good condition?
Make sure the electrical system is up to date. An older home is not going to be up to date, but you want to make sure there's no latent defects. Going from the foundation on up, make sure there's no cracks in the foundation, the structural system. Getting into a crawl space, wood decay, plumbing leaks. Crawl space is a area that very few homeowners ever venture into.
Agreed.
And want to make a very good analysis of what's going on underneath there. Simple toilet leaking over months could cause thousands of dollars worth of damage in
We've
wood
seen
rot.
that.
Oh,
We've
yes.
seen that. A little drop over 2-3 years. Next thing you know, subfloor, joists, bigger problems than that. What is like maybe the scariest thing you found on a home inspection? You know, really almost being cautionary to the buyer purchasing that property.
A lot of things can look really good above the floor. Getting into the crawl space, you can find wood decay, wood destroying fungus, moisture issues,
Right.
And things that you want to be well aware of if you're going to continue to purchase the home. Any ways to fix that problem before purchasing
Right.
it, or to move on and look at another home.
A home inspection, you're going to go in, you're going to look at the systems, the build, consider code, consider workmanship and quality of materials, identify any really big problems. And also, I really like the part where you're talking about educating that home buyer on general maintenance things to be on the lookout for, things that they need to do on a regular basis. Would you say that's critical to home maintenance, correct?
It's very critical. Most homeowners do not know all the ins and outs of a home. The education process is very beneficial. I like with all my clients to, once they get the report, to discuss any questions they have, give them a better understanding of that issue, and could it be a larger issue in the future.
Right, things like changing out filters, being mindful there's no wood rot, any sort of deterioration of the home. What qualifications do you think a home inspector needs to be able to provide a great service to their client?
A good home inspector really needs to have a very good understanding of the construction process, the building materials, recalls on materials, any prior lawsuits, say with a polybutylene piping or stucco surface, to be able to educate the homeowner on what they're actually purchasing. So a really good understanding of construction is very beneficial. Being able to express to the buyer what those issues could turn into.
What do you think is a common misconception about your job as a home inspector?
Big misconception would be it's a brand new house, I don't need a home inspection.
Oh boy.
And while it should be, it's already gone through the building inspection departments, there's still areas that are located in the home inspection. The best news is you get nothing.
Right.
And you've taken your largest investment that you make in a lifetime,
Right.
and you've spent a few $100s, and now you've got that security knowing that that product is good. There could be a cracked countertop, a leaking sink after the building department has left that the home inspector might pick up on.
And that's a win. We've held the builder accountable to giving a great product to the consumer.
Yes, and also while that
Right.
home is still under warranty with
Yep.
the builder.
True
So,
story, yep. I'd also like to recommend in the event that somebody makes a new home purchase is that we go ahead and right before the end of that year, go ahead and have a re-inspect to see if anything came back up.
a good 11-month list, bringing
Yeah.
the home inspector back in to
Yeah.
get to the builder.
New squeaks, new wiggles. There's 2 reasons deals fall through: lending problems and home inspections.
Yes.
Let's talk about the value of a home inspection on a resale and how that could really protect the seller more confidence in selling their home.
Pre-listing inspection, I feel, is very important. It gives the agent and the seller an opportunity to address any issues prior to listing the house, and having the buyer's home inspector come in. Those issues can go ahead and be remedied. Or you might find a major issue. I did one a few weeks ago where everything looked good above the crawl space, went into the crawl space, and the majority of that area was basically destroyed with the wood destroying fungus. That house went on the market prior to that being remedied. It could be a major issue. It also gives that seller and the realtor time to kind of communicate, figure out what route they want to go in addressing that issue.
You having had a listing that did not have a pre-listing inspection and then later to come up with some structural problems, it's really hard to come back from that. It's really hard to come back from that because you're going to lose that buyer.
Correct.
You're going to return to the market. Now that particular property may or may not be interpreted as a problem property because it fell out of contract, as we say.
Yeah.
So if the seller has that pre-listing inspection and we know what the concerns are with the property, we on our time and our terms can solve that problem without being held hostage by a buyer or by a lender timeline, because we all know that the problem we know and we solve is much cheaper, but it allows the seller to make the decisions that affect his situation.
And it can also help on your end with the pricing of the home and the negotiating process.
Right.
If there's a latent defect already known about.
I agree. Tim Johnson of Cape Fear Home Inspections, thanks for your time today.
Thank you very much.
Appreciate it. Lee with Century 21 Soar & Associates here helping you meet your real estate goals. Have a great day.